Do you know who the healer's favorite daughter is?
Don't know.
Bingo has always been known for being the calmer and more observant sister in the healer family, and this tranquility is the first big sign that she may be her parents' favorite. While Bluey is like a small whirlwind of energy that runs everywhere, Bingo likes to enjoy moments of silence to discover new things. She has a very special interest in books, including reading about astronomy and the stars, which shows how intelligent and curious she is from a very early age. For Bandit and Chili, having a daughter who is able to concentrate and have fun in such an organized way is a true gift. This early maturity makes the parents feel an enormous peace when they are with her, because they know that Bingo will rarely lose control or cause unnecessary trouble. It is very common to see the little one observing a small ant in the yard or the colors of a flower, which shows that she values the small details that life offers. This characteristic makes her a very easy child to deal with, and every father or mother ends up feeling an extra affection for that child, who brings more calm to the hectic day-to-day of the house. I know very well that parents always say that they like their children the same way, but in this case, there's no way to deny it. I will show you today the reasons why Bingo is the most beloved by Chili and Bandit. Another zigzag is starting. One of the most revealing moments of the entire series happens in the episode Mini Bluey, where the preference for Bingo ends up being said almost unintentionally. In this episode, Bluey paints herself to look like her younger sister and starts acting in a calm and organized way, exactly like Bingo does. When seeing the two daughters acting in such an exemplary and calm way, Bandit ends up letting slip a comment that leaves many fans open-mouthed.
But seriously, how good's double bingo?
Yeah, I know.
He admits that it would be very nice to have two Bingos at home. This happens because Bingo is naturally more organized with her things, as we see when she arranges her books in perfect piles without anyone needing to ask. For the parents, who are often exhausted by the rush of work and household chores, the idea of having a daughter who helps maintain order is a dream. When Chili says this, she is not saying that she does not love Bluey, but she is confessing that Bingo's behavior makes the parents' lives much simpler. However, they show this preference even in the most difficult moments. The big family celebrations also seem to have a different shine when Bingo is the center of attention. In the episode Handstand, for example, we follow the little one's birthday and see how everything is prepared with extreme care. There is a giant duck cake, many little snacks, and the whole family is gathered to make sure she has an unforgettable day. What is curious is that we rarely see a party so detailed and focused exclusively on Bluey's wishes as we see in Bingo's. It is as if Bingo's birthdays were the most important events on the healer calendar. In addition, in other moments, such as when they go shopping at Hammer Barn, Bingo often gets what she wants, like the garden gnome or the prettiest slice of watermelon. Meanwhile, Bluey needs to learn hard lessons about not always getting what she wants. Who is your favorite? Comment #Bluey or #Bingo in the comments and tell us. Another point that draws a lot of attention is how Bandit and Chili react when Bingo is not feeling well. There is a very famous episode in which Bingo gets sick and needs to go to the hospital, and the reaction of the parents is simply moving. They stop absolutely everything they are doing to make sure that she feels loved and protected. They even go to the point of organizing an entire theater play called Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound, just to make Bingo smile while she recovers. They worry about every single detail, from what she is going to eat to the comfort of her pillow, even offering special gluten-free foods so that she gets better more quickly. What is curious is to compare this with the times when Bluey gets a little sick. Generally, the parents give her some juice, ask her to rest for a bit, and soon life goes on with its normal rhythm. This doubled care and this total dedication in moments of fragility are clear proof that Bingo occupies a place of great tenderness in the heart of the family. This doubled care with Bingo even comes at bedtime, especially in the episode Sleepy Time, which is one of everyone's favorites. In this episode, we see Bingo's entire inner journey as she dreams about space and tries to learn how to sleep alone in her own room. Chili stays by Bingo's side, tells stories with all the patience in the world, and is always ready to offer a hug when fear appears. While Bingo receives all this emotional support to face her dreams and nightmares, Bluey is often encouraged to be more independent and handle her things on her own. The parents seem to want Bingo to enjoy every second of her childhood and to feel completely safe, as if they wanted to delay as much as possible the moment when she will stop being the baby of the house. And they really protect her as if she were a baby. even when it comes to dealing with feelings. Bingo's sensitivity is something that Bandit and Chili take extremely seriously, and they make enormous efforts to never hurt her feelings. There are episodes in which Bandit, in the middle of a game, ends up being a little more rough or shouting unintentionally. And the result is always the same. He feels like the worst person in the world for having made Bingo upset. In the Fairies episode, Bandit spends the entire day trying to make up for it, and even participates in a magical ritual of public humiliation just to see Bingo happy again, and to manage to obtain her forgiveness. This exaggerated concern shows that the parents see Bingo as someone who needs an extra layer of protection and affection. They know that she feels things in a very deep way, and that any harsher word can make her very sad. With Bluey, they usually are more direct and even a little more strict because they believe that she is stronger and can handle the blows of life better. But with Bingo, the treatment is always with much more care. We promise to treat you always with all care. You just need to subscribe to our channel. Click the button and subscribe now. Bingo also works as the perfect balance for the entire healer family, being the piece that keeps everyone together and in harmony. In a house where Bandit is always inventing crazy games and Bluey is always leading the adventures with a lot of intensity, Bingo is the one who brings everyone back down to earth. She is observant and is able to notice when someone is getting tired or when the game is going too far. She does not need to shout or jump to be noticed. Her simple presence brings a feeling of comfort, as if she were a warm blanket on a cold day. The parents value this characteristic very much, because Bingo rarely gets into big conflicts or causes problems that are difficult to solve. She is the kind of child who accepts the rules more easily and always tries to understand the other person's side. When the family is going through a moment of stress, it is Bingo's sweet way that usually disarms the tension and makes everyone laugh again. And it is not only in these big moments that Bingo manages to make everything lighter, but also in the smaller details. Finally, there are small details in everyday life that, when added together, show that Bingo really has a privileged place on the refrigerator and in the hearts of the parents. A very striking example happens that may seem simple, but that says everything. Bingo makes a drawing for Chili. She says that it is perfect and places it on the refrigerator door, exactly on top of the drawing that Bluey had made before. It may seem like something silly, but for a child, seeing her drawing covering her sister's drawing is a sign of victory and preference. In addition to that, Bandit's games also show this difference. While he frequently makes rougher jokes with Bluey, such as letting out gas near her to laugh at her reaction, he never does this type of thing with Bingo. With the little one, the games are always gentler, full of hugs, tickles, and words of encouragement. Bingo is the daughter who awakens the sweetest and most gentle instincts of Bandit and Chili, making her, even if they do not admit it out loud, the great favorite of the healer family. I hope Bluey does not get sad knowing that she is not the favorite daughter.